Hello everyone and welcome to this next video by Expand Your Skills. Today I'm going to expand on a previous theme of producing football league tables in Excel from a set of results and try and convert these into a results grid. I hope that makes sense, but let me show you what we're aiming for. And here we have the end result where we've got the home teams down the left hand side, away teams across the top, and the results being transferred from a long list into the table. And if we click on a result, like so, we get the teams highlighted as well. So 3-3 was Coventry versus Middlesbrough. That uses a tiny little bit of VBA coding, which I try and avoid in these videos because I aim to do everything using formulas, etc. So we'll cover that very briefly come the end. So here we go, we're starting off with a brand new sheet. We've got two sheets open. The first lists results to date, and you can see here I've got date of the match, the two teams and the score in the middle, and if we scroll on down through, yes, in about October I got bored of putting in fictitious results, so they're the ones we're going to use. And on the second tab here we've got the start of the fixture grid where I've just added all the team names down the left hand side. We'll start by formatting this page. So point number one is we obviously want to have all the teams also listed along the top. So very simple copy and paste. If we highlight the area we wish to paste and copy, then by right clicking we have the option here of various different types of special pasting, but this last one is transpose, and if we click on there you'll see all the team names have gone straight across the page now. Obviously don't look too good because we haven't given them much room to print, so if we go in and just format the text here, click on alignment, and we'll have the text at 90 degrees, I think, and press OK. That looks much better. Let's get them centered up as well. Perfect in terms of formatting. So how are we going to get the results from here over into the grid? And the way I've done this is to start with, I've created a new column here, which is going to be a bit of gobbledygook, but I'm just going to join two cells together. So using the concat function, I want to join together C1 and F1. Like so. If we expand that so we can see inside it, so that just puts the team names together, AFC Bournemouth, West Bromwich Albion. Copy that all the way down to the bottom. Okay, and you've got a unique title then for each match. All we then need to do is to go back into our fixture grid and use the Vlookup formula. So in the first cell here we're going to use the trusty old Vlookup formula. So equal Vlookup. And what do we want? The first thing we need to find is the lookup value. So what I want to do is join together two bits of text again in A2 and B1. Okay, so that's bringing together the home team, AFC Bournemouth, and the away team, AFC Bournemouth. Alright, we're going to look up that in the cell that we have, or the range we have over here. So A1 to number 552, which is how many games there are. Oops. Try that again. We're going to look in column 4, and we want to find the exact match. Column 4 because that's where the home score is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now not surprisingly it's come back not applicable because it can't find AFC Bournemouth and AFC Bournemouth to playing each other. Maybe Bournemouth would have a better chance of success if they did, but let's lock some cells here as well while we're at it. So we want to keep the A consistent, but not the 2. And we want to keep the b variable, but the 1 will remain unchanged. If I press the right key, it might help. And then this entire range wants to remain unchanged. And so if we copy and paste that along now, just over here, okay, we've got various results to where the home score is known. A bit concerned it's coming up with a 0, so let's just check the formula once more. Oh yes, I understand now why those zeros are there, and we'll come back and correct that nearer the end. But at the moment we can see some home scores coming in here, and if you look at this cell, for example, it's looking for A1, A2, even F1, so Bournemouth versus Blackpool in this formula. Can we see it? Let's do a quick search. So Bournemouth, Blackpool. No, it can't, because it's not Bournemouth, is it? It's AFC. Well, I spelt it wrong as well. AFC Bournemouth. Okay, not liking that much. Where are we then? Oh, there it is. AFC Bournemouth, Blackpool. Bournemouth scored 1 goal, which is what it's returned successfully here. So not much of a results grid at the moment. So let's carry on. And now we need to put a spacer in, and we do that by just using the ampersand key. And then a colon and a space, another ampersand key, just to use that as a spacer. And now we're going to look up the result for the same match, but in column 5, which is the away team's score. So all this will be the same, apart from instead of 4, we'll now be looking at number 5. And there you have it. So we have an exact match of the formula now, just looking in column 5. And in this box we have the score, Bournemouth 1, Blackpool 4. Not sure I've started in that box, so we'll just copy that way and back again, and then copy and paste down the page. So taking shape. I like things centered up, so let's put them all in the middle like so, and I think that looks quite good. So you've got the results where games have been played. Where they haven't, it's automatically taken care of that 0, which is useful. There's nothing there. And where the teams are playing each other, or not sorry, playing each other, where the teams names matches for home and away, as you expected, is not finding anything there, so not applicable. So we can change that easily by just going around the formula with if error. And let's put a big X in there. Okay, so then we have the X. So all that's doing is saying if this formula produces an error, if error, put an X in instead. And then copy and paste that all the way across, all the way down. And we have a whole series of X's going down the middle. How about a grid? Why not? Format cells and a border, or outline inside and outside. So if we then, let's look at a game here that hasn't got a result. So Fulham against Queen's Park Rangers. At the moment you've got Fulham against QPR is showing as no result. So if we go back here, I won't offend anyone, so I'll make it a draw. Game 2-2. Hopefully now we'll see Fulham against Queen's Park Rangers is a 2-2 score. So that's good stuff, but I also did promise you that we would highlight any areas that were clicked on, any cells that were clicked on. So we clicked on there. Let's have Fulham and Queen's Park Rangers highlighted. So how do we do that? So to do this, there's a function you may not have come across called cell. Okay, so we just choose a gap down here and choose start the formula function cell. Then just in inverted commas we type row and close off the brackets. This returns for us the row number in, as you can see, 27. And we can also do that with column or COL. Column number 9, as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And so what we can do is use that in conditional formatting even. Okay, so if we highlight the whole table we've done, conditional formatting, a new rule, and we're going to use a formula. Okay, so this looks quite complex, but if you bear with me, so we're saying or cell col is equal to the column number, and cell row is equal to the row number, close brackets. Simple as that. Oh, what we didn't do was, if we just quickly edit that, say what we wanted to happen. So I like this nice gold colour, and let's see what happens when we do it. So if I now press my or highlight one of the cells here, we've got Coventry against Middlesbrough, press function and F9. Okay, there you go, nice gold lines highlighting all the results, and where they cross is where they play each other. If I move that and press F9 again, you can see it changes. Now, the reason I'm pressing F9 is to make it recalculate the sheet, and we don't want to be doing that every time. So this is why we need a little bit of VBA. So I'm not going to try and explain this to you. It's 2 words, but I'm just going to key it, because as I say, my purpose of these is to use formulas wherever possible. So if you just follow what we're doing though, I've got into the Developer tab, click into the Visual Basic. It'll just open up on my second screen, so let me just move it over. Oops, nearly. And here we have then, under worksheet, for the fixture grid worksheet, what would appear as gobbledygook if you're not familiar with VBA. Oops. But all we'll do is just type in here 2 words, application, full stop, calculate. And all this is doing is telling the spreadsheet to calculate automatically every time. So if we just close that now, you'll see, move the cursor, moves the lines, move the cursor, move the line, move the cursors, move the line. So I hope that's useful. Quite a good way of displaying results, I think, especially with the bonus of the highlighted line. Any questions, as always, you know you can contact me down below, and I look forward to speaking to you next time. If anyone wants a download of this particular spreadsheet just to have a little play with, then also instructions on how to do that are down below. All the best and goodbye.